Hey everyone, it's me. We're trying an experiment today. My computer camera is awful and I can't express to you how awful it is. So I'm trying to record this on my iPhone and see if hopefully at least the picture quality comes out a little bit better. So we'll see how this works until I get a new computer, which who knows when that will ever be. So I have some encouraging news. I'm not going to say exciting. I don't want to get overexcited, but encouraging news. It is Friday today, and I have been on my PreOp diet since Monday. And for those of you who don't remember, my PreOp diet is a protein shake for breakfast, a protein shake for lunch, and for dinner I'm allowed to have 4 to 6 ounces of a lean meat and a lean protein and a dark green vegetable, all of it steamed. I have nearly been 100% on it, and when I say nearly, I mean last night instead of having a dark green vegetable, we were doing a Cinco de Mayo kind of a dinner, and I replaced the vegetable with some homemade beans, but it was a small amount and I kept it reasonable, so I don't feel too badly about it. Since then, I've lost 5.5 pounds, which is cool. It's, 5 days, 5.5 pounds. It's a lot of weight, and I'm really happy that that's happening for me. I wanted to do this video today to talk a little bit about, I got a question, and I also wanted to talk about the name of the vlog, which is And a Diet Coke, Please. I don't think that I ever fully explained the origin of that name, so I want to talk a little bit about that as well. First, let's talk about the question because it's directly relating to the pre-op diet and the need to lose weight prior to surgery. Posey, and she'll know who she is, asked me why the doctor is requiring a pre-op diet. I think there's a lot of confusion because if I could stick to a diet, then why would I need gastric bypass surgery in the first place, right? And to be honest with you, I have nothing but hypotheses for you. And the reason why is because I have only, I've never asked, and I kind of always just guessed. And the funny thing is my guesses have changed over time. When I was told to go to nutrition classes, the nutrition classes are required by the insurance. And the nutrition classes is 6 months of calorie control, essentially. And they want a well-documented diet that is doctor monitored, and they need that before, just to basically say that you've exhausted all of your options prior to surgery. And believe it or not, during that time, a variety of things happened within my life, and I'm not going to give any excuses. I just didn't follow it the way that I should, and I ended up gaining weight instead of losing weight during that time. Either way, insurance just needed to see that I did it, and I showed up every week, and they didn't really care whether or not I truly worked it. So I think there's a flaw in that, but that's beside the point. Second, when I went in right after that, actually not right after, but several months after that program ended to talk with my surgeon about getting a date, he said, "You've gained weight and I need you to lose weight." And I didn't ask why. I just assumed he knows what he's doing, and that was kind of a stupid move on my part. I probably should have asked and been more inquisitive about the care that I'm getting, but nevertheless, my guess about this is, at first I thought, well, maybe he wants to see that I'm serious about doing the program. And then I began to really think about it and talk with some people about the reasoning behind the need to diet prior. And I think that now it's more psychological than it is physical. Because let's face it, the bypass is going to make me lose weight. That's not a question. It'll happen. The issue now, though, is the emotional turmoil that one goes through when having a gastric bypass. For a lot of us, food has become our friend and a way of coping, and when you take that ability to cope through food, especially after a surgery when you'd be turning to it the most, it becomes a very challenging time and could make someone sick from trying to eat when they're not supposed to or eat what they're supposed to. it could lead to depression. It could lead to a lot of serious side effects if the mind is not moving along with the body. So I think it's psychological preparedness, to be quite honest with you, because when I get out of surgery, I'm going to be on a liquid diet for several weeks. And as grueling as that sounds, I know that the smaller stomach will be satisfied with the volume, but the mind will not be satisfied. You know, it's for me anyway, it's like chewing and not swallowing. You know, you can chew up food and not swallow it, still didn't satisfy it. So it's that whole head trick that you gotta kind of play with yourself. Anyway, so I think that's what I'm going to go with, and I think the next time that I talk to the surgeon in my pre-op appointment, I will ask him specifically what it is that I did all of this for. You know, why am I going through? I know that why I need to have a pre-op diet a week or two ahead of time, but not necessarily this much in advance. So I'll ask just to satisfy not only my own curiosity, but everybody else's. So the next thing I wanted to chat about was I wanted to talk about the name of the vlog, and it occurred to me that I never really explained it in any of my opening videos. So when I was working in my early 20s, it was my first real, true corporate job that wasn't retail. There was this girl named Heather who I worked with. She was one of my supervisors, and Heather was beautiful. She had long blonde hair, and she had recently lost a ton of weight all on her own, and she was really inspirational to me. And when I asked her what is it that she did to lose weight, the first thing that she talked about was cutting out soda. And the way that she cut out sugar soda was to transition to diet soda. And she became essentially addicted to Diet Coke. I mean, the woman drank gallons of it every day. She brought in these huge, like 44-ounce size cups, and she had 2 or 3 of those a day. It was a lot of soda. And so in my young mind, I equated Diet Coke equals weight loss. Now, we didn't really talk much about all the other things that she did. She was just talking about the initial steps, and I just kind of ran with it, to be honest with you. So I thought, you know what, I'm a big soda drinker. I need to cut out some soda. I might be able to lose some weight. And I wasn't nearly as big as I am today. So we, I say we like there's 2 of me. I chose to transition from Pepsi, which I was a Pepsi drinker back then, to Diet Coke. And I did not have a taste for diet soda. I hated it. I would drink water before I would drink Diet Coke, and that's saying a lot because I'm not a big fan of water beverages without flavor. It's something that I have to drink, not something I choose to drink. Anyway, so I spent 2 weeks forcing Diet Coke down my throat to finally acquire a taste to it, and I did, and now I love it. And next to Starbucks, there is no other drink I would prefer to have than a Diet Coke. And I became that woman, that girl, who would order a horrible fatty meal and wrap it up with, "and a Diet Coke, please." And everybody used to make fun of that for quite a while. You know, why order the diet soda if you're going to be ordering the ultimate cheeseburger? It really didn't faze me, but your drink order tends to be what you wrap up your meal with. And I thought about my vlog and really what I wanted to talk about with it, and that I wanted to focus on body and mind, issues specifically related to my weight loss surgery. And I thought that it would be appropriate because this is a lifestyle change. This is no longer just a diet. That wrapping it up with "and a Diet Coke, please" would be appropriate. I don't drink Diet Coke, but very moderation anymore. It's a treat rather than something that keeps me going day to day. Coffee's completely gone because I don't like black coffee, and I prefer sugary cream-filled coffee, so I'd rather not have it than to try to replace it with something else. But I still think that and a Diet Coke is really it encompasses the timeline of when I started to really think, hey, you need to start watching your weight, to now as I'm doing something to make a final change. So that's it. If you have any more questions, let me know, and thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye.